Àwọn mínísítà ló wà ní mọ́tò yẹn. Ẹ wọ́n lè. Ó ní ẹ.
Ó yà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ sí wọn.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I bring you the unusual story of an intelligent Nigerian senator speaking truth to his colleagues. So here it is. Unbelievable senator preaches to colleagues on why not to have more cars and grow economy. So that's the headline. So now here is the body of the story. Senator representing Rivers East in the upper chambers of the National Assembly, Andrew Uchendu, has said his colleagues can power 5 million youths if they sell off some of their cars. The senator made this shocking statement during a debate at the Senate on Thursday. His colleague, Shehu Musa, senator representing Kaduna Central, raised the issue of the killing of Faye Monet, a British Faye Monet, a British tourist, and Matthew Oguchi, her Nigerian partner, at Kuruju Castle in Kaduna State last Friday. However, in his opinion, Uchendu said he believes that unemployment was a big contributor to insecurity in the country. He suggested that if fellow senators would agree to sell their cars and use the proceeds to set up a factory, many unemployed Nigerian youths will be gainfully engaged. His words: "We own 3, 4, 5 vehicles. I'm sure we can do much better with 2. Our contemporaries in the US, do they own 4 vehicles on the road? If we dispose of our 2 vehicles and use the proceeds to set up a small industry, wouldn't we be engaging 5 youths? We will be taking more than 5 million youths from the highways into employment." On why recommendations of security summit held by the Senate had not been implemented under your leadership, there was a security summit. Conclusions were reached to study all contributions and make appropriate recommendations. The question I want to ask is, where do we go from there? He asked. Has anything been done? If nothing has been done, why? We come here, everything violence and security and all that. Who are the key drivers of this process, these killings? The youth. They have 2 vital assets, time and energy. Until our youths are engaged, Mr. President, this problem will continue. Nigerians, whilst reacting to the comment, have flayed him, with some citing that he could have raised this point earlier when he just got into the National Assembly, instead of waiting for when his tenure is almost coming to an end. So that is what this chap has to say, this Uchendu guy. His recommendations is really, there's really nothing to argue against in what he has to say, because really what he has to say is really what all of us have to say, really. Because there's a video clip that I showed on my channel. I'm going to put it again in this video. I'll probably put it at the start or at the beginning or in the middle somewhere, just to highlight the points that this guy is making. There was a convoy of a government official, a senator or governor, somebody of high importance, but not the president or the vice, but somebody of high importance. So there was a convoy of this guy traveling through the roads of Nigeria, and in that convoy there was over 60 luxury vehicles in that convoy. So now what I was asking in that video was that these luxury vehicles, they will cost between $80,000 to $150,000 each. So now the value of that convoy in terms of the 60, let's use 80,000 as the baseline. So $80,000 per vehicle, 60 of them. So the cost of those 80,000 vehicles per head, 60 of them, is health facilities not being provided to a community, schools not being built, because $80,000 would easily build, because $80,000 rather would easily build a decent school in most communities in Nigeria, apart from maybe the major cities like Lagos and Abuja. I'm sure $80,000 will still build a decent school in Lagos, maybe just a small school. So those vehicles, those 60 vehicles, those 60 luxury vehicles that this guy was traversing, and I'll put the clip in this. I'll make sure I put the clip in this video so you can see what I mean. So those vehicles are like, for every single one of them is a school not being built, is a health center not being built, and the human cost of those 60 vehicles is nearly 100,000 people, because that's about 100,000 lives not being touched by what could have been provided by the cost of those vehicles. So the actual cost of those vehicles are not the $80,000 per unit, but the opportunity cost, the value cost of that vehicle, which is i.e. the health facilities, the civic centers, the schools, the etc. that could have been provided to give hope for the future and provided doing for the people, that is not being provided because the cost has now been transferred to this luxury convoy that this guy is traveling in. So this is exactly what this guy is speaking to as well. So a sensible suggestion from an intelligent Nigerian senator. Now, what says you? What is your response to what this Uchendu fella has to say? Andrew Uchendu. I hope I pronounced that right. Yeah. So what's your response to what he has to say? Conversations in the comment section as usual. Come join me. Let's have this discussion. But before you come join me to have this discussion, click on the red subscribe button so it goes gray. The bell button as well. Click on that so then you are notified whenever I drop a video. Then once you've done both, come have a chat with me about this topic in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Meet you in the comment section. But here I say peace.